Good morning, everybody. It's Mike. Thanks for jumping on here with me this morning. Hey, do you remember the old Bob Dylan song, "The Times They Are a Changin'"? Well, that's exactly what's happening right now in our industry. Things are a changin', and they are a changin' fast. Just a couple of stats to kind of help us understand this. Original estimates early this year expected about a 15% decline in transactional volume. And that's to say the number of homes that are sold in the U.S. The experts thought we would probably sell about 15% fewer homes this year. That's estimate starting to look much too low, much too low. We're already seeing a much sharper decline in transactional volume, the number of homes that are being sold. Okay. They had predicted an 8 to 10% increase in home prices. Despite the lower transactional volume, home prices were going to continue to go up. And that's been about right so far. I think for the Atlanta market, we can still expect an overall home price appreciation rate to come in just shy of 10% for this year. It's what it looks like right now. I think what else we can expect, and I think many of us are already experiencing this, is much longer time on the markets for listings. The days of having multiple offers and people fighting. I mean, remember, this wasn't just a year ago, and if you had a home up for sale the first weekend, there would be a line of cars out the neighborhood and agents fighting to get in to show, and then fighting over offers. And our big problem was managing multiple offers and people overbidding for homes. And remember that, see, that wasn't that long ago, was it? Well, that's calming fast and hard. And so listings you can expect to stay on the market for a much longer period of time, 60 plus days, won't be unusual for an average days on market. Interest rates originally earlier this year had been predicted to probably finish out this year somewhere in the 5.5% to 7% range. By the end of the year, I think now most people would say that might be a little bit low. That many people, I mean, forecasting for this is all over the place, but I think a lot of people now are saying, hey, if that's in the 8% plus range, wouldn't be shocking. That's kind of where it's trending right now in an effort to try to get inflation under control. They're going to continue to raise interest rates in an effort to fight inflation. All these things are trending, and when you're in it, it's very hard to know for sure, but the one thing I do know for sure, I think the one thing that's very evident so far is that the number of sales is going down. No doubt. It's already happening. Very, very few of us, almost none of you, have experienced this before. You've never known in your real estate career a declining market condition. These are all going to be all new problems and all new talking points that you have with your customers. Why isn't my home selling? How to help people understand price adjustments and when's the right time to bring the list price on their home down and how much is appropriate. Why isn't my home selling? What are you going to do to generate more activity and more offers on my home? These are conversations many of us have never had to have. No, almost all of us have never had to have it. The old saying is a rising tide lifts all boats. And that's true. And for almost all of you, you've only known a rising tide. You've only known strong and improving market conditions really over the last decade. You've never known a time where the market started to shift and turn in a different direction for you. It just kept going up. And many of us have felt successful in our real estate careers while claiming the success really is a false sense of security for you. It wasn't so much us as it was we just rode the rising tide of real estate sales. more sales, easier to sell them. And you could say, well, no, working with home buyers, it was difficult. Yeah, but your home buyers were pleading for a home. And in most cases, were willing to do almost anything to get the house. And your home sellers could put any crazy ass price they wanted to on their house, and you would go, gosh, I just think that's way too high. And then it sold the first week. And we would sit around and say things like, we don't know what a home's worth today, because we see examples every day where homes are selling way beyond what makes any sense, right? So your time on the market and what you had to do to market homes to get them sold was much easier than it had ever been before in residential real estate. A rising tide lifts all boats. It does. A rising tide helps real estate agents that maybe aren't as skilled as they should be still be pretty successful. But you know what Warren Buffett says? It just cracks me up. Warren Buffett says, yeah, a rising tide does lift all boats. But when the tide goes out, you can tell who's been swimming naked. And folks, the tide's going out. There is no doubt the tide is going out. And I've been through this several times throughout my career. I have. And I can help you. I can help you. I can help you not only deal with the tide changing, I can help you actually be happy that it is. I can help you thrive and prosper while everybody else is bitching and complaining, because that's what's about to start happening. The whole dialogue, the rhetoric, the talking points are all about to change in Atlanta real estate. And I can help you be on a different side of this conversation. I've been there before. I know how to do it now. And this will all start with our Connect Wednesday program today. Because make no mistake about this. Whatever happens in the market, it won't matter to some of you. To many of you it will. But to some of you it won't. And that's because great agents thrive in all markets, because they adapt and they change to the market in which they find themselves. And that is a truism. And there is no argument with that. My best year in real estate sales was 2011. In the heart of the worst recession/depression this country's ever seen, and the worst real estate market this country had ever seen, my top year was right in the middle of it. Because I adapted and I changed, and I took advantage of the opportunities that are present in whatever market you're in. There are opportunities. And I can help you do that too. If you'll let me. If you'll let me. I'll help you thrive through this. I'll help you actually be glad that the market's shifting. Here's what you have to do. I mean, I'm already here. I'm already engaged with you. I'm already doing this. Here's what you have to do. You have to participate. You have to engage. You have to get involved in your own career. And if you will, you and I will get through this together, and you'll actually be glad that the market's shifting, because I'm going to show you how to take advantage of it. And that, my friends, is how you and I are going to go out there and make it happen for ourselves today.